Hey guys, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks since we racked into the secondary fermenter, and there's not much activity happening in the airlock. I noticed a little bit of sediment at the bottom here. Let's see if we can pick it up. So you can just kind of see, just barely, there's some sediment. The lighting isn't great in here. It's time to rack again. We're gonna test the specific gravity again. I'm guessing we're fermented out at this point because we were almost there when we fermented into our secondary, when we racked into our secondary fermenter 2 weeks ago. I've got another carboy on the ground here. This one's glass, and that is another reason why we're down in the basement, because I know I'm definitely not going to be able to carry that downstairs safely. If I'm not able to do the plastic one. I've got some equipment here that I've sterilized. I have a spoon here because I'm planning on doing some clarifying too if the SG is fully fermented out. Even if the SG isn't fully fermented out, I'm going to be doing some clarifying because it doesn't have to be done. So this is what we're working with. It's a 2-stage. It's like chitosan. Chitosan and keiselsol. If the SG gives us something around 0.992, then I'm going to stabilize. But for now, let's get started. Just gonna make sure it's coating all the edges. Like that. Okay. Let's get to siphoning. So yeah, let that, oh, it's going kind of fast. Great. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna get my remaining sample. Oh, that's a good sample. Probably too much wine there. I'd say that's 2, 4, 6. It looks like 0.996 to me. You know, after I spun the hydrometer a few times, it was definitely 2 tick marks from the 0.990 where my thumb is. So that's the SG we're gonna go with today, is 0.994, which is pretty good. I tasted it. It tasted nice and alcoholic and dry. But I'm still holding out that it might have a teeny bit more fermenting to do. And so after a couple of weeks, I'll recheck the SG, and if it's where I want it, if it's 0.9, if it's the same, then I'm gonna just stabilize at that time. But until then, we'll focus on fining. So the way this works is basically we're going to gently stir entire contents of packet A1, the keiselsol, into the wine, and you have to wait an hour before adding the chitosan, which is the other packet on here. Okay, first packet, keiselsol. Fortunately, we're in the basement, so I'm comfortable with making a mess. Now let's give it a gentle stir. I am going to add my little bung here. That's upstairs. So very gently attach that, wait 1 hour, and we'll be back to add the chitosan, the second packet. Hey guys, it's been 10 days since we cleared our wine with the chitosan and keiselsol. I don't know how to pronounce that, but you know what I mean. I used a two-step process to clear the wine. We got a good amount of sediment that appeared 24 hours later. I thought the wine was pretty clear before I added the fining agents to it, but then it just really brilliantly cleared up after that, and a lot of sediment was at the bottom, so that just showed me that it did need clearing. So in order to get it off of the sediment, which is always the goal, and we're kind of wrapping up fermentation. It's already fermented out. We're just doing what we need to stabilize at this point. And the last step will be sweetening and bottling, which we'll do not today, but maybe in 72 hours. So today I'm going to just siphon off of the sediment that showed up after clearing the wine and add potassium sorbate. So let's get to it. So I have a shorter siphoning rod, which means I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, which is to suck on one end of the tube to get suction going, while the other end is in the carboy. Whoop! I think I prefer that method to the regular method. That's good. Alrighty. Whew. Alright, checking the specific gravity before stabilizing, and we are at 0.994 still. So that's reassuring because that's what it was 10 days ago. So I feel confident that we are fermented out. If it were above 1.0, it would be a very clear indicator that we were not done yet. But generally speaking, if it is 1.000 or less, then you are good to continue to stabilizing and bottling. And I prefer less than 1.000. I think there's always a little bit more it can go. All right, I'm back again, doing something kind of strange. You might notice something. Basically, this is the carboy that I racked into. I'm racking the wine back into the original carboy after I washed it and re-sanitized it. The reason being is that this isn't a real carboy. This is my water drinking jug that I cleaned and sanitized before using for this purpose. I basically just needed a vessel to put my wine in while I cleaned out the sediment from the actual carboy down here, just to get the sediment out, and then the wine is going back in this glass carboy because I'm not sure if this plastic drinking water jug is really fit for wine. Alrighty, we have re-siphoned back into our original carboy, which was cleaned of sediment in between siphoning. I've got my measuring spoons, which have been in a sterilizing solution. So basically the potassium sorbate is going to be half a teaspoon per gallon. We have 5 gallons. It's going to be 2.5 teaspoons. So let's get that all dried off. Here's our potassium sorbate. Half a teaspoon per gal. And basically, you know, I think that people actually will stabilize and sweeten in one kind of fell swoop. I'm not doing that because I want to give the stabilizer time to work in my wine. 1, 2, a half. All right, that's probably good. Gonna refit with our beautiful airlock. And give it about 72 hours, then I will be sweetening and bottling.